Yeah, I was just watching a part of a video of me working on Coastie. What else would I be working on? What else would I be working on? Hold on a minute. Let me get the...
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking here, guys. If I can find the cordage. If I can find the cord, that's another thing. I'm always displacing the cord. The cord. Let me get this over here. Hold on a minute.
60. When I was working on the servos on Coastie's eyeballs. Yes, on Coastie's eyeballs. Eyeballs. Yeah. Let me get rid of this battery from here. And throw it over here for now. We're not going to be using it just yet. But I can also be charging it over here now that I got power over there. Still got to figure out what that's for. Yeah, because see, here's kind of how the shop works. I mean, you see it all the time, but let me give you a quick rundown. Everything around here is basically works on 12 volts. That's why I have 12 volt here, 5 volt there. I had over there, but it wasn't put together. Let's put it that way. I had all little bitty, skinny little jumpers holding things together, which means if you move a wire, strong possibility you'd short it out. So that's why I was working on that. Let me get it finished. So now I have a full system over there. Now all these mains that I have around are all tied in with a number 4 gauge. And they all lead back to the center of the shop over there, which is tied into the batteries, which is tied into the solar panel and the wind turbine up there. Now I only have one solar panel. It's a 220 or 240 watt, which is more than enough for what I need back here. And the wind turbine, I only put it there because at this point, in the wintertime mainly, we get a lot of wind, but not much sun. So it doesn't need full sun as long as it has good light. So between the two of them, it works pretty decent. And I also have 12 volt up in the front in the radio room and over there next to the saw that I'm standing most of the time. So everything is 12 to 14, 15, 16 volts. If I need it, it's there for me. Yeah, and then I also have the power supplies that plug into 110, you know, that give me 12 volts if the batteries are going low or something. I have a backup on that as well. Alright, so before I do anything with this, I first have to fix this. So, but I want to find it. Oh, I think I found it. I want to find the power cord here so I can plug this thing. And I was using the body cam the other day, and you get used to that because the battery will just keep running. I mean, I'll get 3-4 hours out of it if it's a full charge. Okay, so now we're plugged in and we got that plugged into, again, more power. So, I'm going to move this kind of over here because I want to get this hooked up to that. The power that I just hooked up. So let's move this over here. Alright, so these are the now that that's okay there, let's take this little puppy and move it forward a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there we are. I can probably get you closer here. And now, let's get some more light over here. So here's what I was thinking. When I was looking at that little video that I wanted to check out real quick to find out what it was, I noticed that I was talking about the servos. Now the servos seem to be giving us the biggest problem right now. There's just too many parts involved, if that's what you want to do. That's what you want to call it. And the more that's involved, naturally, the more problems you have. Yes. But I want to also get this thing working here. So, I know guys, I'm sorry, I got my back. I know. Hold on. You know, the more I think about it, it might be better off for me just to deal with the motors instead of the servos anyway. But the servos are temperamental because of the way they work. All right, I'm going to unplug you and plug in this longer cord. So hold on a minute, guys. Because I know. All right, I got to remember that there's a wire drooping there. So I got to watch what I do. Okay, so we got this light under here is working. So why isn't this other one working? That's what I want to know. This should work. So let's take these and cut this off here. Okay, so that's the main wire for that. Okay. So we got that. Good. So if this ground and this ground are working, on this bottom one right here, yeah, which it is, okay. So if that's the case, why isn't this one working? Let's cut this one. Bring this up here. Okay, now that's a ground. So, let's see, this is not taking that as that, so why isn't it? This one shouldn't be ground. I gotta find another ground up here someplace. No, that's not grounded. Ah. that one. Okay, so this one's totally disconnected. And this one should be this one. Let's get that out of there completely so it doesn't confuse anybody. And this one is that one. Okay, so we're pretty well set there. Good. Now, here we have the pump. Here we have the pump. Is that the pump? That's the pump. Get this hose off of here for a minute. Or try to anyway. Because that is not supposed to be going around there. Let's unscrew this. And let's get this out from under there. Now, I don't remember doing that, but I could have. I could have. Because after a while, you get into these things, you don't know if you're coming or going anymore. And this thing has actually been a nightmare. Now, I've had it a long time. However, I haven't been working on it for a long time, but I've had it a long time. Because this was just sitting here in limbo. Three, 4 months. Well, I got it in April 18th, I think it was. And the first week, it just took me a little bit of time to try to figure out what the hell it was all doing here. You know, like, what's what? The second week was, why is nothing working? And where is everything? Because this came with 2 crates. Well, a cardboard box and a crate. All kinds of shit thrown in it. And none of that worked. So, and a lot of that was all the transmitters to the receiver and to there into the system and whatever. And each one was different, and each one had a problem with them. I mean, one of them, it's on there someplace. I don't know how this happened, but when I started doing the channel for Coastie, I labeled each video as what I was doing at the time. But when it went in, they all went in under the same label. So there's 50, 60 of them in there that are just all labeled identical. And I really didn't feel like nor have time to sit there and go through them all again to try to relabel them. Okay, so this is going to come up here. No, I'm going to leave it there. Okay. This is the pump. No. I mean, even this right now, none of this is going to work at all. First of all, these shouldn't, I haven't got the bottom here, so it shouldn't make a difference what I do here right now. But there's the light. They said lights didn't work. there's all the nav lights. They said nav lights didn't work. This squirter. What is that? Squirter seems to have stopped working. What the hell? Okay, that's working under there, so that's working. Meaning the remote is working, so between the remote and here someplace, we lost a little connection, but let's see if this light works. Yeah, that light works. The eye lights are working. Let's see if I can get you off here for a minute. Wait a minute, guys.